What shatters us can become our strength. We know this is true, for we have lived it. And we also feel a little bit uncomfortable, or I feel a little bit uncomfortable, with the notion that we need to have pain to grow strong, right? Too often, the pain we and others experience is pain that was created by a world that maybe didn't need to be there, right? And so we say this not to excuse or to explain why oppression still exists in our world, why people hurt other people unnecessarily. But we say this also to acknowledge that pain and sadness and suffering is and always has been a part of life, right? We read this in the great stories of holy books or prayers or poems. We see this in our natural world. Great trees fall. All animals die, we among them. And so we take the time today to acknowledge that our pain can change us for goodness when we face it and when we give it the space to be processed and to be changed for goodness by us. And I say by us, for this is work that we cannot do alone, right? When we only turn inwards in moments of difficulty, we make ourselves islands. But when we turn to one another, we can find the gift of love and community, and we can find the hope that we offer together. And so this morning, they consumed our whole selves, will fade away and become a more distant memory. And we know too that the answers to how we get through hard times lie within our very selves and lie within others in this room and in our community. So I will ask us very briefly, what has helped us through hard times that we want others to know? Coming to choir, showing up in community, and having a spiritual practice that sustains and uplifts you. I saw another hand back there.
Friends who have become family.
Friends who have become family. Yes, we turn to people so that we do not need to hold what we are holding alone. I think there was another, yes.
Working hard to make things better when possible.
Working hard to make things better when possible, yes. When we are honest about our own fear and pain and suffering and can face it, we are able to see that in others too. Right? And we are more able to aid and be with others. I saw another hand back here, and then I saw one over here. Faith. Yes. Having faith that things will change, having faith that there are things bigger than us. There was another hand back here. Yep, and then over here, and then in front. Okay. Music. Recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of everyone, and that is not always easy.
And giving voice to pain.
And giving voice to pain. Yes, our own and others, right? When we say something, when we can light a candle, we are taking some ownership, right? And control over facing something, and we do not just let it consume us, right? We are choosing to face hard truths. Do we have a couple more? Right here in the back and then way in the back. Stability. Yeah. Stability, perhaps through daily routine or ritual. Yeah? Okay. We got one in the back and then one up front.
One foot in front of the other.
One foot in front of the other. Yep, sometimes just keeping going. Up front.
Recognizing our limitations. We can't fix other people's problems.
Recognizing our limitations, right? We can't fix others' problems. Sometimes we can't even fix our own. All right, yes.
My dog Sunshine would soothe me when I was upset. I know there's some of God in her.
Yes, my dog Sunshine. Our pets, right? Our pets can be some of the hardest grief that we hold. And our pets are also there to comfort us. This maybe goes to stability, right? There's a stability in the relationship of our pets. They are there to love us. Oh my gosh, okay, a couple more hands. I see one over here and then back here, and then we got two over here, and then I'm gonna pull us back. Okay. Friday Action Hour with you, Justice of North Carolina, and we'll hear a little bit more about how we can move some of our own maybe fear or sorrow in the world into action. I had one back there.
Having somebody that you can trust.
Having someone that you can trust. Yes.
If you're obsessing about somebody that's making you sad, remember, don't let them live in your head rent-free.
Okay, acknowledging that maybe if we're spending a lot of time about a person or a thing in our head, we want to be mindful of how much space it's taking. And over there, and then I am gonna being in nature. Okay. So we heard a lot. I'm sorry, I can't keep going. I would have us here all day, but we have answers within ourselves, right? Our own tools and resources that we can draw upon in hard times. I invite us to think about how ritual might play a role in our life in this holiday season. There might be things we need to let go of, that we need to throw into a real or imaginary fire. And there might be candles that we light or physical objects that remind us of someone that we are grieving, that we might just want to bring to our tables this season, to invite their company into our lives in an intentional way so that we can honor them and our relationship with them and make space for that grief and that relationship. Finally, what you all have said, the message that we can turn to one another. We can turn to those who we trust in times of difficulty, for we do not need to go through things alone.